Welcome to Good Works Tractors. You are staring at a 4-in-1 bucket. That's right, 4 functions in one. Of course, you have the traditional bucket. You also have the grapple clamping against each other. You have the dozer blade pushing, maybe pulling, back dragging a little bit as well. And then you have a sifter. You can just have this thing closed, have a pile of dirt, of stone, of mulch, and then just open it slightly, drive along and let it spill on out evenly. It's an amazing tool. If you're thinking about getting a new tractor, maybe it's time to tell that dealer, you know what, save the bucket, I want to get one of these instead. Now these buckets are available in a range of widths and series, so anything from a smaller compact tractor all the way up through a skid steer, 60 inches to 84 inches wide. Now if 4 functions alone isn't enough for you, there is actually a really fancy 6-in-1 bucket available for skid steers, not for tractors. It requires too much hydraulic flow, but it's going to add on a roto rake and give you a couple more functions that way. Now, as you're going through thinking, man, how the heck do I figure out which bucket I need? Feel free, just shoot us an email with your tractor, your make and your model, or your skid steer make and model, and we'll get back to you with the right series, the right width to match up and meet your needs. You will need a third function on your machine in order to use this. For the grapple functionality here, there's going to be a cylinder, one on either corner, that are going to open and close the bottom. This is the bottom of the bucket right here, which again, this edge serves as the grapple clamping mechanism to clamp against the base. But if you want to get the 6-in-1, then you are going to, again, another reason why it's only for skid steers, you are going to also need a electric? Yeah, it's electric over hydraulic. Basically, you're going to plug it into the wiring harness on your skid steer, and then you push a button, and then it changes the hydraulic flow. It diverts it from the open close function to the roto rake function. Folks, we are proud to be sponsored by RimGuard Solutions, a liquid ballast weight. It goes right inside your tires, completely hidden. Not only is it going to help with safety, keeping those rear tires planted on the ground, it helps with loader efficiency and traction too. The benefits of RimGuard include being the heaviest all-natural liquid ballast weight on the market. It's not going to corrode your rims like the old calcium chloride. It's not going to freeze, and it's available at over 1,000 dealers nationwide. Find the dealer near you at rimguardsolutions.com.
I want to take just a second to tell you about this small business. 511 grill guards are custom made for John Deere, Kubota, and Coyote tractors. They provide more coverage than OEM, are made from thicker steel with smaller holes to minimize debris sneaking past. Many models even offer side and bottom guards for ultimate protection. 3D scan for a precise fit and coupled with a thorough powder coat finish create the gold standard in its category. Shipping is included in the price, and best of all, you can save an extra 5% off your order with code GWT. Protection never looks so good.
So this right here is a third function. If you don't have a couple of extra connections on the front of your tractor, you don't have a third function. So there's 2 ways to go about that. One, you can take your tractor into the dealer. You'll probably be without it for a week or 2. And normally you're going to pay around $1,500. Maybe prices have gone up. Everything seems to. Or you can do what we did and go to Summit Hydraulics. You get a kit that's shipped right to your house, and you can take a couple hours, maybe an hour after work a couple nights in a row, or maybe on a Saturday morning, and get this done in your garage at home, no downtime, and you're up and running for about half the price, and you can save 5% more with code GWT. Now, for the most part, you're going to see these buckets mounted on a skid steer quick attach, or the SSQA. That is most common. Just like this Coyote here has 2 levers that you pull up to quickly release and switch from a regular bucket to this bad boy, or to a set of pallet forks, or a snow pusher, grapple, and on and on and on. But John Deere owners are in luck as well. This is available in JDQA. So a couple other options to consider. You can get weld-on teeth if you want to. For me personally, I don't want those teeth on there. I want the smooth edge for scooping and grading a little bit easier. And then of course, there is a standard 1-year warranty included, or you can upgrade to the lifetime warranty offered by us at Good Works Tractors. All right, so this is the compact series. So it's the smallest series, and I hope it shows up on camera, but this thing is built pretty darn stout, so very beefy. You have a nice step here, so if you are using this on a small skid steer, you have that ability to climb right in really easy without slipping. Again, here's another look at the SSQA, just so you have a nice visual on how you're going to connect there. I have a little tie-down point for trailering or D-ring there. Now you're going to have good protection. Look at the protection all along the back. The hoses are just kind of tucked away in there. You can hardly see them. I mean, you have access to tighten things down wherever you need to, but really good design as far as that goes to prevent snagging and hoses snapping off and breaking. I've done that enough as it is. Grease zerks everywhere you need them, okay, on both ends of the cylinders, on the outside over here as well, and same thing on the far side. And then your cylinder size, the bore size, is going to be a 2-inch stroke all the way up to a 3-inch, depending on the series that you go with. And then you're going to have a weld-on cutting edge. Now, the 2 lower series are going to have a 1/2 inch by 6 inch. Now you get to the heavy, or the extreme duty series, I should say, and you're going to have a 1-inch thick cutting edge welded on here. Now again, this is a value proposition in my mind. I love tools that can give you just the most bang for the buck. And we've done some separate videos with JU Fabworks with bucket brackets that help beef up kind of the chintzy, fairly weak and underbuilt basic buckets that are on a lot of tractors. And so you do have the option on, with some manufacturers like John Deere, you can upgrade to a really heavy duty bucket, but then you're still just stuck with just a bucket, right? And so you're paying a premium to do that, and then it's still just one tool, whereas you can upgrade to, I mean, this thing is built way heavier than any heavy duty bucket that's out there. And you not only get that functionality, but you get all the other benefits to go along with it. You know, and we demonstrated today just multiple functions with this thing without having to leave the operator seat. You can just do a lot of different cleanup chores, a lot of just estate improvement chores, and get things done without having to switch tools. You know, today's a beautiful day. It's cloudy, but it's in the 70s. It's been a real relief compared to the heat that we've had. But when you're hopping on and off a tractor in the heat to switch attachments all the time and just taking up extra time when you want to get things done quickly because you got a lot going on, to have one tool, it's less storage space, it's less cost overall. And sure, maybe a traditional grapple is better at being a grapple. But again, a grapple is just one tool, whereas if you can get by on a limited budget with one tool that does all the different things that we demonstrate today, aren't you better off? You'll be happy to know prices include free delivery to 36 states. That covers most of the US. States out west, well, we can deliver there too, but just for a small upcharge. So we can cover the entire mainland of the US. If you are interested, go to goodworkstractors.com. And on that note, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by. And until next time, stay safe. We'll see you soon.